Monty Williams, Deandre Ayton. Game 7, a little bit of a blow-up at the end of the game. Deandre Ayton, his awkward media availability yesterday. I'm sure by now most people are aware that it didn't, he wasn't exactly Mr. Happy to be here, or at least didn't seem like it, whether that was by design or whatever. Today, the first practice at training camp for the Suns, Deandre Ayton was the first one to get behind the mic, and he said, I haven't spoken with Monty since Game 7 of the Mavs series.
Monty kind of been able.
I haven't spoken to Monty. No, I haven't spoken to him at all. Ever since the game.
I'm beyond shocked, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm going to say this. I think the shame on Monty. Just shame on Monty. Like, you had all these opportunities to kind of clear the air with one of your players, and you don't do it. I've always said that the Suns are in great shape. Monty's the grown-up in the room. Will always do the right thing. I got to be honest with you. I'm really shocked that Monty, even after the contract that he got, didn't reach out to DA and just, hey, let's bury this. Hey, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. You've worked so hard. I think you deserve this. Listen, I know what happened at the end of the season, but let's put that past us. Let's move on. Our goals are, we're happy to have you back. Our goal is to win a championship. I mean, I think Monty missed a golden opportunity to get right with Deandre Ayton the second the Suns matched the offer and made him a max contract guy. I almost can't believe we're sitting here today and Monty has gone from Game 7 of the playoff series against the Mavs until today without reaching out and talking to DA.
How have you and Monty kind of been able to move?
I haven't spoken to Monty. No, I haven't spoken to him at all. Ever since the game.
I want to courtesy Gerald Bourget from PHNX and Dwayne Rankin from AZ Central. Now, our own Kellen Olson is there, but Gerald and Dwayne both posted the videos on Twitter, and so we're using that audio right now from that video. So I want to thank Gerald and Dwayne we're using it courtesy their Twitter accounts. More Deandre Ayton. Are you hoping you and Monty not speaking changes soon?
Hoping that changes soon? I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here. He hasn't spoken to me.
I'm here. Are you hoping you and Monty not speaking changes soon? Hey, I'm here.
I mean, is Monty holding a grudge? I always say, you're the grown-up, Monty. Reach out to him and let's go. Move on. You guys had a spat. No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got hurt. You guys didn't, you can't hold a grudge over a 24-year-old kid, that wasn't happy with what happened in the game. I'm just really baffled that Monty did not, and I've always, I got the utmost respect for Monty Williams, but I've always said that Monty's the grown-up in the room, and he'll always do the right thing. And clearly to me, he has not done the right thing. He had many opportunities to reach out to DA, and he did not do that.
Now, this all just happened in the last half hour. This is going on at the Suns training facility. Eric, you said you've got Monty's response, right?
We're working on getting the audio, but I could tell you what he said as to when he was asked why he hasn't talked to DA.
Okay.
He says he hasn't talked to really any of the guys since Game 7. He said everybody needed a break, and unless you've been in the gym working all the time, he wanted to give people a break from him.
Yeah.
That's what he said. We're going to get the audio soon.
That's wrong because he's got a fractured relationship with one of his key players. Fractured. And you need to kind of get past that. You need to kind of, okay, how do I fix this? Your job is to fix it. You're the coach. Your job is to fix it. You don't want animosity. You don't want bad feelings. You don't want to go into the start of training camp. You try to win an NBA championship, and you and Deandre are at odds, and he's wondering, why my coach hasn't reached out. Deandre got a max contract from the Phoenix Suns. They matched it in 3 seconds. You can't call Deandre or send him a text saying, hey, big fella, really happy for you, man. I know how hard you worked to get this. I'm glad it was able to work out. I mean, you couldn't do that? Yeah. A simple text?
More from Deandre Ayton, because, again, we don't have the sound from Monty yet. We're just, Eric was kind enough to read the quotes of what he said. But we do have the Deandre Ayton sound. He was, after yesterday's awkward press conference at Media Day, he was asked the follow-up question again today. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm all right. When I'm in between those lines, man, I just work. I'm not playing for myself. I have an organization across my chest and a name on my back I have to represent. I'm just here to work.
Yeah, apologize for the audio quality there because I'm assuming we'll have it better later on in the show. Quote, yeah, I'm all right. When I'm in between those lines now, I just work. I'm not playing for myself. I have an organization across my chest and a name on my back I have to represent. I'm just here to work, man. And then when asked what he would tell Monty if he could talk to him, Deandre said this.
If you could talk to Monty, what would you want to talk to him about? What would you want to tell him?
I can show him better than I can tell him.
I can show him better than I can tell him.
Okay. I think this is a bad sign. I mean, I just think it's a bad sign.
I think you're right.
You got a star player and a coach who aren't on speaking terms. And I blame the coach, not the kid. You know, you're the grown up. You got to fix it. You're a coach. You got to make that right. You got to make it right. Can't go into the season, with you and him at odds and everything. Like, he can't be like, he's got to feel good about the relationship. He needs to feel good about the relationship. He needs to feel that you want him there. You got to tell him, you got to make him wanted. You got to make him feel wanted. You want to be here. Now, the Suns did by giving him the contract, but the head coach has to kind of let him know, hey, let's move past this, okay? All right, friends, come on.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with the words you're saying, to be honest with you. And I'm hoping, honestly, and you know me, I don't hide from it. I'm a Suns fan. I know you are too. We want this team to do well, all right? I'm hoping there's more to the story that explains it better. I really do. I hope there's more we don't know, because everything we know right now, just what we know right now, man, I'm 100% in your camp. You've got to, at some point, if you're Monty, if you want to go the whole offseason and not talk to Mikal, okay, that's fine. You and Mikal didn't have a widely publicized rift at the end of your season.
Yeah, you didn't need to talk to them.
You want to go the whole offseason and not talk to Campaign, that's fine. I mean, but it was a really tumultuous offseason with Deandre Ayton, and a conversation between the two of you, a couple of conversations between the two of you to set expectations and talk about what happened and talk about the future would have been a really good idea. And I'm just surprised there wasn't any kind of conversation at all between the two of them. And more than anything, man, this offseason is not. Here I thought that the news of Robert Sarver selling the team last week was like a burden that had been lifted from the organization. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can just concentrate on basketball. And now we can talk about a team
whole new layer
that might
of
win a championship. And all of a sudden it's like Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, the Sarver hangover, the way the season ended against the Mavs. All of a sudden it's like, man, this feel like a heavy weight on your shoulders going into the season. I thought it was all lifted with Sarver news selling the team, but I just feel like it's just piling on more weight the closer we get to this thing.
I said, I thought we was so past these type of issues with the Phoenix Suns. I thought we was so past these. I mean, players demanding out, they don't want to be here, and then a rift between a player and a coach that, I just can't. Again, I'm going to put this on Monty. I can't believe that Monty did not try to kind of bridge that gap with DA. Let's close the gap here. Let's get on the same page. We got a season coming up here.
All right, just one more. I'm reading from Kellen's Twitter account, Kellen Olson, our Suns insider at ArizonaSports.com. Quote, we spoke with Monty Williams about 20 minutes after. He said, I haven't talked to a lot of the guys, was asked if there's an issue that could linger, and he said, quote, not at all, close quote. So was he worried about it? Asked if he sees it being a lingering issue, quote, not at all, close quote.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll see.
He's a young, impressionable kid. And obviously, he didn't take it too well with what happened at the end of the season, and obviously, him and the Suns were not at a good place because of the contract thing. And then now the coach isn't talking to him. I got to admit, this kid probably wants out because he just doesn't feel wanted.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like he's wanted here.